Oh, Rabbi Willem!
Oh, wow. People are gonna been seeing you're gonna shock people. It's not like you. You're usually well-mannered and pleasant, and suddenly, what's going on, Benzin? Anyways, Benzin, I'll tell you, I'm getting to know you a little more. I realize that taking you for a ride to the bus Wednesdays is an experience. It starts off, we're going to the bus, and we end up going to take pictures somewhere. It's can we stay focused and be 5 minutes together, and that's it, and not I take you around the whole town? Anyways, so
Ad Kana Kaf Aleph.
Ad Kana Kaf Aleph. You know the story of the two Chalamas, and they were discussing how one is more successful in business and the other one is not. And they're discussing how at the end of the day, end of the week, they make a cheshbon, accounting of income, what's coming in, what are expenses. And one guy's always doing good, and the other guy is flopping. He says, "What's the bottom? What is it?" He says, "Listen, I write down the expenses, then I make a bottom line. It's a sachako." So the other guy, thinking that that's what makes all the money, always went straight to the bottom line and then skipped the first part. Why am I thinking of this story? I'm thinking of this story is because we are in Sfira Saimer. And in Sfira Saimer, it's not, you're not a motor mouth. Just say something and it gets done. Sfira Saimer is really just to arouse you to realize the importance of the day, the importance of the time, and how to prepare for Matan Torah. And just to, not to realize what you're doing is sheer waste of time. So the Torah says, "Usvartem lachem mimachas haShabbos." You should count the days of the Omer lachem for you. In other words, it's not a avodas haklal, yes, but then each individual has to see what works for him, what makes him become closer to more prepared for Matan Torah. There was an interesting discussion over the last couple of weeks, and we deviated. We didn't come back to the siddur. You know that when you say the daily Sfira Saimer, suddenly after the bracha, after you fulfill the mitzvah, you say Arachamon Yachzol Lanu Avedas Beis Hamikdash Meir Yameinu. When you blew shofar, you said that. When you did any other mitzvah, you said it. Why punked over here by this mitzvah? Okay, by davening we say it because davening is tefillas b'matan karbonis. But why shouldn't that same statement be said for any other mitzvah? I wish we would do it for real in the good old times or in the future times when the things will be with the Beis Hamikdash, Mashiach. Why specifically Sfira Saimer? So the Alter Rebbe says, the reason why, the Alter Rebbe says this, and the Mishnah Berurah has a little spice to this. The Alter Rebbe says that because we're doing the mitzvah, but today's mitzvah is totally not the way it's supposed to be, because the mitzvah it's supposed to be is Sfira for the Omer, and we don't have Nebuch, we're in Golos, we don't have the Omer. Because it's only a Zeicher, and the Alter Rebbe actually says these words, Ein ba mitzvah klal. There is no mitzvah to count today when there is no Omer. What are you counting for? So therefore we are yearning for the time when it's for real, and we say Harachman hu yachzil lanu avodas beis hamikdash v'kayma. The Mishnah Berurah actually adds one more point. He says, so, and why don't we say by any other mitzvah that we're not doing it the same way as it's supposed to be? He says, l'mashal shofar or Megillah or in every other mitzvah, at least there is an action. The action is similar to how it was. Today's days, there is no action, b'chlal. You're only counting. There is no omer. So because it's completely different than what it's supposed to be, you feel like, I wish. I can't wait for the time that it's for real. Now, in this week's a double-headed parsha again. We have Axray, Mois, and Kedoshim. You hear what's your name? Tzvi. Don't run out in the middle of shul after. It's a double-header. Don't go for the kiddush club. I don't know what you have your. Anyway, so in the Axray, Mois, Kedoshim, I saw a vart. The pasuk begins in Parshas Kedoshim. Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe, Daber v'amarta aleim Kedoshim tiyu ki kadeshani. It says Daber v'amarta Kedoshim tiyu ki kadeshani. What's going on there? So I saw a beautiful shot. He says, Reb Chaim Brisker once said that he had once told his Talmidim he had a cholim one night, and in the cholim he's upstairs in the Shemayim, and he's discussing a question. Why do we say Kodesh, 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 Hashem Tzivakos? Why is the Hashem Tzivakos after the third Kodesh? It's a cholim, and the answer was given that Kodesh, Kodesh, Kodesh are corresponding to three Beis Hamikdash. Kodesh, the first one is the Beis Hamikdash Rishon, the second one is the Beis Hamikdash Asheni, and the third one is the Beis Hamikdash Ashlishi. So he said, you're only going to say the final statement, Hashem Tzivakos, only by the Beis Hamikdash Ashlishi, because the first two Nebuch were destroyed. So the same is with Daber and V'amarta. Daber is when things is Lashon Gevura. Those are for corresponding to the times of when it was. What are you punching me? One more idea about Sfiras HaOmer is that Sfiras HaOmer has to be Tamimos. It has to be complete. The real deal. Complete deal. I don't know if I shared this. I heard this story, I think Pesach time, and I think it's a phenomenal story. I've been seeing. You'll tell me if I said this already once. The Rebbe Rashab and the
You never repeat yourself.
The Rebbe Rashab and the Frierdiker Rebbe were once walking, and the Rebbe Rashab tells the Frierdiker Rebbe that by a para adumba we know that it has to be completely red. What disqualifies it? 2 black hairs. 2 black hairs makes it not pure. And the Rebbe Rashab says, "Aber by uns, however by us, by our tmimim, even 1 negative here is bad." So we have to, when you're going through all the attributes of the Sfiras HaOmer, you have to clean up every single little one of them.